everybody. It is 9 a.m. If you haven't taken your meds yet today, please make sure to take them. My alarm just went off to take mine for today. So this week is going to be a bit of a crazy week because it is Christmas week. At the end of last week's vlog, I said that I was going to be over the night finishing Pet Sematary, which I did, and I gave it a 3-star. I was a little disappointed with how this one went, which I'll talk more about in the review video I'm going to be filming, I think, later on today. But today I'm going to be starting my reread of New Spring by Robert Jordan. This is the prequel book to the Wheel of Time series, and I know I've had a lot of people tell me that since I put out the review I had initially for this, that you shouldn't read this until you've got through like the first 2 or 3 books in the series, because this kind of dictates a lot of the story about 2 of the characters we meet in the series. And I would disagree with that, only because I think that it's easy enough to fall into. The only thing is that this is the first of what was supposed to be 3 stories that were the prequel series, and then you would start the Wheel of Time, because the way that this ends is very abrupt, and it leads up to this idea that there's going to be more, but there did not end up being more in the series because unfortunately Robert Jordan had passed before this prequel series was completed. And even though Brandon Sanderson, who had taken over Robert Jordan's work after he passed away, was involved in the world, there wasn't ever the release of the other 2 books within this prequel trilogy that was supposed to be made. So when I first read this, I gave it a 3-star because I thought that the overall ending was way too quick, and I just thought the story by itself was too quick. But that was because it was initially slated to be a trilogy, and it only ended up being 1 book, and that's unfortunately just how the cookie crumbled when it came to that. So going into it again with that mindset, that's going to make this read a lot easier. And this is the smallest of the stories, I believe, that are involved in the Wheel of Time. This is 318 pages, and the last time I read this, I listened to the audiobook as I read it, but I also would listen to the audiobook away from it while I would be working, and that did not seem to work very well. I got very lost throughout parts of this, particularly with Lan's chapters. He was a character I wanted to know more about, and I think I missed out on a lot of his story the first time I read this. So this time I'm going to take much more care into reading this. Now, I'm not going to be reading this yet today. I'm going to do it starting on my next break, but I'm very excited to dive back into this because I am going to be starting the Wheel of Time officially here with this book. I'm going to be reading this and then immediately after go back to reading The Eye of the World, which I read a couple of years ago just by audiobook, and I could not really tell you what the heck happened in it. So I'm excited because I liked this a lot in terms of the setup that we see within The Eye of the World, that I think that by reading this and jumping right into The Eye of the World, I'm going to have a much better time with understanding the whole context of the world and the story that there is within it. And I also want to be able to watch the TV show, because although the TV show I've heard diverts a lot from the book, I want to read the first book before I watch the first season of The Wheel of Time on Amazon, because I think that that makes the most sense. But I also am planning to read The Great Hunt in January. It's part of my TBR for Battle of the Bookish, so that's exciting. And like I said, I want to get these 2 done before the end of this month, so that I'm prepared going into The Great Hunt. And if I can finish these 2 books this week, I have a couple other things slated that are kind of basically like a graphic novel and 2 issues of a comic that I have slated. And then from there, I don't really know what else to read, because everything else that I had picked out in the last couple of months that I wanted to read are either a part of a series that I have to start in January, or they are books I slated for January for Battle of the Bookish. So I gotta wait on that. So maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, I might take a break for the rest of the year. I also have to film not just my Pet Sematary review today, but I need to also film my 2022 goals video today after I get done with work. And then I also have to edit my vlog from last week. So it's going to be a pretty busy evening. I also have to clean up the kitchen, and I got to make dinner tonight. So it's going to be a pretty busy day. I'm going to try to get the dishes started during my lunch, and dinner, it's going to be after dinner, probably getting the rest of the dishes put away, because there's quite a few that need to be put in the dishwasher that are going to already take up like a whole load, and then when that's done, I think after I finish dinner, I'll have another load of dishes to do, and then I have to wipe down the counters and the stove and sweep the floor and all that jazz. So that'll probably be most of the stuff I do during my lunch today, and then after dinner continuing with the dishwashing. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy evening for me, but this is all to kind of keep me in line with stuff. And then what is the TikTok that has to be posted today? I don't remember. We've been really good about getting stuff posted for our TikTok account. So, oh, it's actually another day for me. So I have to post my Meet the Battle Master TikTok, which is fine. Yep, all right, cool, it's uploaded. So if you go on our TikTok, the newest video that I just posted is my Meet the Battle Master video, so go check it out. Currently, as we're standing, we have 14 followers, or we have 10 followers and 50 likes over our videos. And so far, our most popular video is the first video that Megan posted with the announcement. So yeah, it's been so far very fun to make these videos, honestly. We've been having a good time with them. So if you would like to, you can go check it out down in the description below. We have it, and we are going to be posting stuff over the course of January for social media prompts and other stuff regarding the readathon in general. So make sure to go check it out if you're interested. Today I'm going over to my parents because my parents are hosting Christmas Eve this year, and I would basically like to go over Thursday night to help my parents with setting up stuff during the day on Christmas Eve. And Robert has to work, so he is not able to come out for Christmas Eve, but he's coming over Christmas Day. So we're gonna basically, I'm gonna be there for like 2 days getting stuff prepared, and then having Christmas Eve in my parents' house, and then Christmas morning we spend with my family, and then Robert will be over, and then he and I will be going over to his family in like the evening, basically for Christmas Day dinner and stuff like that, and then we'll be coming back home. Hey guys, so it's now about almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am finishing up work today. I'll be done around 5, but I wanted to share you guys something that I got. So I got in the mail a $25 Visa gift card from a friend of mine. It was kind of like a little Christmas gift from them. I also got finally Robert's last present for Christmas, but it's basically like all in its box, and I want to keep it in its box because other than taking the receipt out of it and stuff, because like I said, it's for him. But I have this package here, which I think I know what it is because I saw that it was supposed to be possibly delivered either today or tomorrow, depending on who had it sent out. But I ordered something from Amazon last week. It was from an independent seller, and I'll show you guys what it is once I can get it open. So if you don't know, I've been collecting slowly but surely the Marvel comics, and I have a couple of them that are physical. Anyway, so I saw on Amazon they were having this really big sale for their comics and stuff that they had to do through like Comixology and everything, and I have like this running list from this website I'll link down below for those of you that are interested, of like all of the different Marvel comics, the collections. They even actually will link the completed collections of like certain things, like there's a whole Spider-Man collection, it's like a Masterworks thing, and not all of them are available through Kindle and Comixology, but there's quite a few that are, like a vast majority of them are. But this one is a very special edition. It is the hardcover Golden Age edition of the 3rd volume of the Marvel Mystery Comics. Now, I do have the first 2 volumes in paperback that are upstairs in my library. This is, like I said, the 3rd one. But after I ordered this is when I realized that all of the Kindle versions for the rest of this series were super cheap, along with several other comics within the world that were super duper cheap. So at this moment in time, I have the entire Golden Age collection of all of the comics that were brought out within like the 30s and early 40s. So this is the last hard copy I'm going to have for a while. Like I said, they don't have every single one available on Kindle. There are some you do have to pay for that are like a paperback or a hardback, but some of those are a little expensive, so I'm going to hold off on some of those. But I'm getting as many Kindle ones as I can before my time with buying books is over for 7 months. All right, I am freshly showered and ready to take on the rest of the day. So I need to do a little bit of reorganizing of my library since I got that comic book. It's forcing me to basically move all my books over. So we're gonna do that. And after that, I gotta clear some space so that I can end up filming, because I do have a couple videos, like I said earlier, I want to film today. So we're gonna do those things. And then I was gonna cook dinner, but I think I'm just gonna throw a pizza in the oven, because after that I still have to edit my vlog from last week, and that's gonna take me a long time, and I really don't want to try to cook when I've got that video to take care of, because that's 3 hours worth of footage I have to cut down because a lot of it's time lapses and stuff like that. So I want to focus on that stuff. And normally I do pizza day on Tuesdays, but I think I'm gonna switch it up this week, where today's gonna be pizza day, tomorrow I'm actually gonna cook something, because why the hell not? I didn't end up doing any reading over the course of my work day, and I also did not vlog at all, so this seems to make the most sense. But enjoy as I reorganize my bookshelves for the millionth time to make the room for my new comic book. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the reasons why I think it's a better idea for me to go on a book buying ban, because every time I get a new book, I have to reorganize this whole damn thing. So might be for the best to go on a book buying ban, considering I have an entire stack sitting right here in front of me that does not fit on this shelf anymore, because my bookshelf is taken up by other things other than my books. So probably smart. Probably smart. Now we move on to the bottom shelf with one book. Some days I really hate myself. Done. Okay, so 2 videos filmed, done, awesome. I don't know what time it is exactly. Let me grab my phone. It is 6:22. Okay, so I'm getting a little hungry. So I'm gonna go downstairs and get the oven warmed up to make my pizza. And I guess I'll get started on editing the vlog from last week, and also moving files over from here onto my laptop for the 2 videos I just filmed, because I'm gonna probably be editing those tomorrow. So we're gonna do that. As far as the rest of the evening, other than editing, I think I'm gonna try to do sprints for, what was I reading? New Spring, because I still haven't really picked it up as of yet, which is fine. It's just kind of how my day's gone, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna get that started at some point this evening, probably while my vlog is exporting, but it's gonna take me some time to get that finished, because like I said, I've got a lot of time lapses that I need to wind down, because, you know, that's like the easiest way for me to do content, is to do time lapses. I don't know, some people like it, some people don't. I enjoy it, but such is life. So let's see what kind of pizza we're gonna have today. All right, so first one I grabbed is a sausage pizza. Yummy. We're gonna get this started, and I'm then gonna go get started on editing and probably put something on. Feeling SpongeBob for some reason, just something mindless to put on the TV. I'm an adult. I am 24 years old, making an oven pizza and listening to SpongeBob while I edit. Decided instead to watch Survivor because I could not access SpongeBob. Even though I have the first 4 seasons on DVD, I figured let's watch some Survivor instead. I'm on season 3, episode 4, so here we go. Everybody, it is 10:13 in the morning on Tuesday. I don't know what it is about Tuesdays, but for some reason the last 2 weeks, a Tuesday, I've just been really low energy. I think it's like that feeling where it's like you're already into the week, but you just want it to be over already. I think that's the big thing. Last week it was because I also didn't sleep well the night before because I had drank a Monster and it did not sit well with me and made me stay up super late. Last night I was up to like 11:30, I think, and that's, you know, a little later than normal, but not by much, and I slept pretty much throughout the night. I will say I kept getting like woken up in the middle of the night though, so I don't know if that played in any of it, but Tuesdays are not my best day when it comes to my energy. I haven't even started anything reading wise, and I should, but I've just been not 100% in the mood to read. It's so weird, like I unintentionally between books take at least a day off, and it's not at all like I said, intentional. It's just kind of what happens. I unexpectedly take like a whole day between books when I finish one. During my lunch, I'm gonna edit my 2022 goals video that I filmed yesterday. And after I finish work today, before I get dinner started, I'm gonna film my January 2022 TBR video so that that's done and out of the way. And then I will also be editing my Pet Sematary review and uploading that and the goals video for later this coming week. So, hey guys, so it's after 5 o'clock now. I just finished filming my January TBR video. I have read quite a bit of New Spring so far. I've got through the first 4 chapters, so I'm like 65 to 70 pages in, I think, something like that. I have already earlier on my lunch today edited the goals video for 2022, and yeah, I am really hungry though, so I'm gonna actually go start dinner right now, and then while I eat dinner I'm gonna edit the Pet Sematary review, get that and the goals video uploaded and scheduled for later this week, and I'm gonna then also, in the interim of those things, upload the files for the thumbnail and the video I just filmed. So that's all set. Oh, I am so tired. Today has been like just another draining day, and what was really weird was like for up until my lunchtime, I had this like overwhelming anxious feeling, and I think it was because of this project that I was getting involved in, because I didn't have a lot of direction when it came to it. They gave us very minimal directions with it, and so I kept feeling like I was doing something wrong. But after I had my lunch and started going back to it, I felt like I was actually fine. It just was, you know, nerve-wracking to start, I think, but once I got started, I kind of fell into a rhythm, and honestly, if they tell me something's wrong, it's gonna be because they didn't give me enough direction with this project. And if they're gonna be irritated with the work I did or didn't do, again, it's because I didn't have much direction going into what I was supposed to be doing. And I will be watching more Survivor tonight, because Survivor just is what's calming me down recently. I've got through a lot of season 3, which currently where I'm at, I think I'm down to the final 7? Yeah, the final 7. And honestly, season 3 of Survivor is my least favorite so far. I would even say season 1 is a little bit more my favorite. Season 1 was actually really, really good. Season 2, though, is a close second, just because I had way more people on season 2 that I disliked than season 1. And season 3, I have the most people I dislike, I think. That's kind of how it is. So season 1, 2, and then 3 so far. Hello everybody, it's 10:41. I'm fully dressed, so guess what's happening today? I'm going out during my lunch today. Yeah, so today I have to go to the library for a hot second to go return a library book I have, because I have Pet Sematary right here. I borrowed this from the library and I have to go return it. And I'm also going to see if they either have Cycle of the Werewolf, which is the next Stephen King book I'm going to be reading in January, but it's a novella, so I don't know if they're going to have it, or if I have to get it transferred from another library like I did with Pet Sematary. And if they don't, and if none of the libraries have the book, I'm going to have to then get The Talisman by Stephen King and Peter Straub, which is fine. It's not a huge deal if I can't get Cycle of the Werewolf. I didn't realize it was a novella, And I would much prefer if I read novellas of any kind or short stories of Stephen King that they're a part of a collection like different seasons was. That's the plan for this afternoon, and then it's date night. Robert and I are gonna, I think, go see the new Spider-Man movie, which I've been really excited about for a long time, because it is like gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a lot. I'm interested to see how it's gonna go because it's basically like the last thing, I think, in terms of opening up the multiverse, and I hope I can feel well enough to go do that because over the course of today I've been starting to steadily decline in terms of like how I feel. I'm just groggy and I don't feel good, and it's because we had a massive drop in temperature over the last week or so. I'm steadily starting to not feel well the further the day goes on, and so I'm hoping I can hold out to go to dinner tonight and go see the movie, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm keeping my hopes up. If I can manage to get through the rest of the day without feeling crummy, I think I'll still go, but I don't know. I'm also like thinking of a backup plan on the off chance that I don't feel well at all, which is I want to watch Elf. I haven't watched Elf yet this Christmas time, and I would like to do date night with my husband no matter what we do. So if we don't go to the movie, I think another good backup plan is to still watch a movie, but we're going to watch Elf because it's Christmas time. Or maybe at the very least just watch Christmas movies in general because I want to watch Rudolph and Frosty and Elf and Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Again and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas and, you know, all that good stuff because it's my favorite part of Christmas is watching the Christmas movies that my family and I would watch all the time. So, and I think that's actually what we're probably going to do tomorrow night when I get home because I'm going to be willing to bet my mom's going to be like, let's watch Christmas movies as a family, and because that's what we do every year. We sit and we watch Christmas movies. So if I don't do it tonight, I'll be definitely doing it tomorrow, which is going to make me super happy. The only other thing I want to just talk about real quick before I head off for the later morning into the afternoon is that, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be going to my parents' house. I do have to work a full day tomorrow. Tomorrow after work, my mom's going to come get me so that I can go stay at my mom and dad's for Thursday night and Friday night, and I don't really know if I'm gonna have any time, honestly, to sit down and catch you guys up with how stuff is gone, not at least until Sunday. So that's kind of what we're going with. So yeah, last update will probably be tomorrow, and then I will have to wait until Sunday to talk to you guys again. For those of you that celebrated, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I'm very excited for how this weekend's going to go. I think it's gonna be great. Hey guys, so it is now about 1:21 in the afternoon. I realized I hadn't given you guys an update on whether or not I ended up getting the book I needed to. So went to the library and returned my copy of Pet Sematary, and then they did not have either Cycle of the Werewolf or The Talisman. So I checked to see first off if any of the libraries in the area that they can like transfer books from, if they had a copy of Cycle of the Werewolf, and one of them did. So that is put on hold for me, and it'll be transferred over when they have it available. We have got our seats reserved for the Spider-Man movie, and we're doing the fun seats where like they rumble and stuff, so that's gonna be really interesting. We've never done that before, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna go to dinner because our movie's not until 8:50. And so that leaves me with plenty of time to, after work, take a shower, and then we're gonna probably go eat. Hey guys, so I have forgotten to do my advent calendar for the last couple of days. So I think I've already done, yeah, I already did the 21st. I have to do yesterday's and today's. So for day 22 of the advent calendar, we have, ooh, the little duck. This is the little scary duck present that they make. For day 23, ooh, it's the wreath. And I actually just realized I'm gonna also open day 24 because I'm actually gonna be gone since I'm going to my parents' house tonight, so I'll open this one too. But get the little snake thingy, little wreath. And finally, for Christmas Eve's ornament, we have Jack as Santa. Look at him. He's so cute. I love him so much. We're gonna put Jack as Santa Claus right up here near the top. So there we go. That's the whole Christmas tree. I am so excited to continue using this every year because, for one, I didn't know that there was gonna be something like this, and I don't know, just something about the reusability is very satisfying to me, but the advent calendar's done. So good morning, everybody. It is 10:23 in the morning on Christmas Eve's Eve. Happy Christmas Eve's Eve. So last night we ended up going out like I was thinking we would for date night and saw Spider-Man No Way Home, which, oh my God, that was like the best movie I think I have seen all year, or like in a long time. Like, it was, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but it was just amazing. Like, it was so much better than I could have ever dreamed. And honestly, like, Robert was so happy. He actually, when we got home, he could not contain himself with how happy that movie had made him. Like, he was having post-movie blues. Like, it was that good. And my husband does not necessarily, with especially the Marvel movies, have much of a reaction. The last movie that he like really liked that was from Marvel was when we went to see Carnage. But Carnage was like also the way that it was set up in terms of like the fight scenes was something he really appreciated, because he always told me that with the Marvel movies, especially with like the Avengers, the fight scenes were too much, where he didn't really know what was happening. And so then with Carnage, he really liked it. But honestly, like, Spider-Man has always been one of his favorite superheroes, and so to see this one with the multiverse being involved and seeing a bunch of different things that we, you know, were hoping for, were expecting, and some things we didn't really expect, he was so thrilled. And I'm so glad that it turned out as well as it did. Like, I saw something actually earlier where somebody had made a post where it didn't spoil anything for the movie. This is not something that's going to spoil anything. But they said that basically Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had the best first movie in the Spider-Man series. Tobey Maguire, who was like the original Spider-Man I know of because I grew up with him like as Spider-Man, he had the best second movie, and Tom Holland has the best third movie. And I would wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, I really like Tom Holland's other Spider-Man movies. Do not get me wrong. I honestly think he's my favorite Spider-Man as of yet, because I liked Andrew Garfield and I liked Tobey Maguire, but Tom Holland has like hit everything in terms of like Peter Parker that I could have ever asked for. But there was something just so different about this third movie, and I think it had to do because of the multiverse. Like, I think that without the multiverse aspect involved in this movie would have not done as well. And I think that it makes so much sense for the way that things have gone for this to be the best one so far. And it makes me so excited for what's to come, because obviously events that happen in this do lead into the new Doctor Strange movie, which the trailer just hit yesterday. And I watched the trailer and I got really excited because while I hadn't seen Spider-Man yet, I knew that everything that was going on in the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was going to play into from the stuff with Spidey, with Wanda, with Loki, and all of the other stuff that's going on. And so watching those Spider-Man No Way Home made me super excited, because there's so much that I think can really be brought into with the Multiverse of Madness. And while it looks like Multiverse of Madness is not including everybody that I thought it was going to, I'm still genuinely curious with where it's going to go, because I know, like, based on the trailer, Wanda gets involved, and there is also one of the guys that we saw in the first Doctor Strange movie that we saw kind of defect from the training because he wasn't agreeing with what was going on. So based on the trailer, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But based on the trailer, what it looks like is that the evil Doctor Strange we see in the What If episodes, he's involved. And I'm so curious what that entails, because it is entirely possible based on that anything we've seen with the What If episodes, I mean, it is pretty much canon. Like, in the sense that because the multiverse is so expansive, we literally have seen with the What If episodes the different multiversal versions of all these characters. Like, it kind of already was established that because of the multiverse, these all are very canon, because multiverse is, you know, infinitely like expansive, so everything is possible. Now seeing though it play into one of the major movies of Marvel, that spells very exciting things. And I am just really curious to see how in May that movie is going to end up being received, because I know Doctor Strange, when it first came out, a lot of people didn't really know how to feel about him in terms of like the character and where he fit in with everything, and whether or not he was, you know, a great superhero or whatever you want to call him. But I think that especially with the role he plays in No Way Home, there is a lot more that we're gonna like really delve into with Multiverse of Madness that I think is gonna change a lot of people's minds about Doctor Strange. Also, side note, we saw the trailer for Morbius when we were at the movie with Jared Leto, and I am so curious about that movie because, for one, I'm genuinely surprised that it actually got finished to be able to have a trailer and have a release date, which is in February, I think. January or February, I can't remember. It's going to be soon. But then on top of that, Matt Smith, who I know from Doctor Who, is in that movie. And I don't remember ever hearing anything about how Matt Smith was going to be in that movie. And he was like one flash of him. And I don't know whether he's a villain or if he's like something. I don't know. I'm just so genuinely curious because until this whole multiversal thing had started coming out, I had never heard of the character Morbius. Never once had I ever heard of him and where he is involved in the entire scope of Marvel. Geeking out over Marvel, once again, I apologize, but I also don't because it's something I enjoy. So anyway, I have not done any reading of New Spring since I last updated you guys because obviously last night we had date night and we did not get home until about 11:30. And that was because our movie was at 8:50, and so we actually had gone out to do a few things before we had dinner and went to our movie, so we didn't get home till very late. The movie was like 2.5 hours long, basically, with the trailers. So yeah, anyway, I do plan on taking New Spring with me this weekend. I think I'll be able to get some of it read maybe tonight, depending on how much I do, because I think that tonight I'm gonna end up watching a bunch of Christmas movies with my mom and my sister because we haven't really done that as a family as of yet this year. So we're probably gonna do that tonight. And then tomorrow's gonna be spending the majority of the day getting everything together for Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Eve night is gonna be busy. And then Christmas Day, I'm gonna also be really busy. So if I can get to it at all, it's either gonna be tonight or during the day tomorrow before the Christmas Eve party. So I don't know. But either way, that's going to be it for me for right now. I'm not going to be able to update you guys again, like I said, until probably Sunday, because I'm not going to be taking my camera with me at all. I just don't see a point in it because I'm going to be probably way too busy to update you guys anyway. I will just talk to you guys when I have returned on Sunday.